So this is an update on my cucumbers and melons. So I went to a greenhouse, local greenhouse. There's a cucumber stuck on the fence here. And I believe these are all the pickling cucumbers in this container. This is a 27-gallon bin that I planted 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 of those cucumbers. And they're not growing very high, but they have been giving fruit. And then I just stuck in some corn. I think there's some basil down there and whatever else here. So I planted the cucumbers closer to the edge there so it could go up and try and grow on this cattle panel. So that's cucumbers in there. Then another variety of cucumbers. I think I tried to grow I had these 4 bales of hay. 2 of them were not good, where I didn't want to use them as mulch, so I ended up just kind of throwing it down and using it to plant in, because some people have used hay bales to start their plants in. And the fence on that side and the raised bed on this side sort of holding the ends, and I also left the string in. And then I just made holes and put in compost and whatever from the garden mix, stuck it in there. And that right now is bitter melon. Bitter melon, I never liked it as a kid, but my dad likes it. I will have to look up recipes for that. It looked like it was dying, but the greenhouse person, he directly asked me if I like bitter melon, which I thought was interesting. And I said no, but when he said it wasn't ready yet, and so I had somebody else go and pick it up for me, because he messaged on Facebook and said, hey, do you still want the bitter melon? And it is now growing, which I'm quite surprised. I tried to transplant some of these melons and it just didn't survive. Like this one died, right? Something grabbed it towards the end. I'm just gonna pull that out. So bitter melon's growing here. Bitter melon is usually a little plant, or it can be a long plant. I don't know what variety of bitter melon this is, because sometimes a bitter melon can be small, about this size, and sometimes it can be longer, and then you cook it however you cook it. I don't know what I planted here. Obviously it looks intentional, like maybe some kind of flower or something like that. And these other flowers I decided to I planted them in small containers and then transplanted them to bring in the more of the pollinators. So I think this is some type of cucumber growing here, and they're having some challenges, I think, because there's not enough soil, so maybe not enough nutrients, and so I'm gonna have to top that off. So I see another cucumber. So cucumbers in this thing, and this one here, and bitter melon here. Okay. And so I'm doing melons and cucumbers. I don't know what this is. It was in one of my mixed plants. This is some kind of either either some kind of melon or cantaloupe. And I also missed some cucumbers around the other side. So I have these huge, this happened to me in Virginia when we were gone one time, and I went, I don't remember ever seeing a cucumber turn orange. What's going on? Well, that's what happens when it's on it started off like a little cucumber, then it gets green, then it gets yellow, then it gets orange. So I could have left it on there to just kind of, or you can feed it to your chickens if you had chickens. But I also have cut this open and ate just the white part. It's totally fine. It's actually very good. So it wasn't mushy or soft or anything. Okay, other places that I have either melons or, so again you see a bunch of these crawling either cucumbers or melons that were in my random seed packet of beans. And so I transplanted or tried to transplant a bunch, but they all died right around here. And then another part grew. So actually this part is dead, but the main branch is going. I don't have my trimmers, but I'll come back and clip that. And here's that bitter melon. It's one bitter melon plant and it's growing pretty well. I think there were 3 in that little packet, and then this is some flower that is strangling it. Okay, then I try to train it to go up by just kind of wrapping it or putting it close to the edge. All right, more. Do I have any more cucumbers? Yeah. This is cantaloupe. So all along here is cantaloupe, and this is one of my finds of a bed that was thrown on the side of the road for pickup. So I'm using that. And this side, these are the cucumbers. So this is the plant that had these huge cucumbers. Oh, there's another big one. Bummer. Bummer that I missed it when it was green. There's another big one. So I'll just cut it, take the seeds out, toss the seeds in, because it has to go to fully ripe and on the tree in order to try to save the seeds. All right, so that's cucumbers, and this side is the larger cucumbers, and then this side by the bed frame, these are a variety of cantaloupe. I don't know if I have them. It's all mixed in there because you never know what's really going to catch. So I planted all of them, and I have been cutting back a bunch of them just so that there's enough room. I'm gonna have to cut back more, and I also have to secure that one with a zip tie. Cucumbers should hold on to this thing, but yeah, I'm gonna have to come out later and reinforce that. So I have a mixture of cucumbers going out that way and cantaloupe going this way. Another, I don't know if this is what type of squash or whatever this is. I need to look for, if I bought it from a market or something like that, they sometimes have tags. Let's see if I can find any down here. No, I don't see any. So this is some type of that, whatever that green melon is. It doesn't look the greatest when it's on this plant, but that's what's growing all along here. And I think that's it for cucumbers or melons or squash. I do want to get and need to get out planting zucchini. Didn't see my zucchini plants. Zucchini and yellow squash. And I might use part of this bed or get some more soil and fill up. I probably will put in one of these boxes because the zucchini and the yellow squash can take up a lot of room, and then it can also spill over and grow on the side if it wants to. So that's the update for cucumber and squash plants.